I want to come here really quickly to talk about Technation updated guidelines. And if you don't know about it, you definitely need to if you're applying for a global talent visa in the next couple of days or weeks. My name is Elizaveta, and I'm UK global talent expert and founder of EP Advisory, who helps clients to find job and get UK global talent visa in the UK. So let's talk about the updates. They've updated the guidelines on 22nd of January. There was quite a lot of mess and rejections prior to that. So I'm really happy they published something right now so that we know exactly what is happening. And right now, the guidelines are in Notion with a change log, which is super great. You can see exactly what they're changing and what they're looking for. The problem is they kept the old guidelines there too. So if you were to open the old guidelines and that's how you were structuring your preparation, you would still find them and you would think nothing would change. Only if you go into Technation website, Global Talent Visa, and there on top in the hero section, you will see that there is the guidelines. And when you open them, Notion page opens. So be sure to check that specific page. It's super important. First thing that changed, you were used to be able to submit your employment shares, etc., as part of OC3, so option criteria 3. It's not the case anymore. It seems that they want you to submit all of this as part of mandatory criteria. So you're moving this document into mandatory criteria documents. On top of that, it's not just about the salary growth like we used to do for our clients or shares that you got. It's kind of you have to show the impact and why you've been given that and justify that it is not just a salary and you're part of your duties. So for example, you did a project and you get a pay rise, or you got more shares, or anything like that. OC1 seemed not to change too much, so it's about innovation, but you need to show kind of proof of product development or anything like that, kind of very tangible, innovative things. If it's all the way to creating a new field, there has to be patents or any kind of confirmation of that. OC2, it seems to be that in-person activities play more important role than online activities. For mentorship, they specifically say that this and these activities are not regarded, and you need to do in-person mentorship to do that. I would say that would apply for pretty much everything. So they want to see you physically on stage at a conference, obviously as a keynote speaker, because this bar is really high for OC2. They want you to be, I don't know, physically on TV as one of our clients who recently got the endorsements, etc. So you need to be in person doing something somewhere. OC3, definite change. I love how they put their OC3 and OC1 are the same, but they're not the same, so you figure it out. Practically, this is exactly how they put it. So what you need to know about OC3, it seems to be that there is much bigger switch towards revenue, money, and sales. So in the past, OC3, apart from, for example, your GitHub contribution or anything like that, impact, like, I don't know, you've built something that impacted that many users, or your app has been downloaded that many times. It still would work, but it seems to be that they want the link of like success as in commercial success. So they want to see not just the numbers, but also the money that it brought. So it's like a little additional step there. And a lot of rejections that I've seen in the last couple of months were basically saying, it's self-certified data that you said that you've done something and it has an impact. There is no proof of that. And about 3-4 years ago, you could have added another letter of recommendation to prove that you worked on this project and you were the leader there. And then it kind of faded out and they didn't allow more letters. Now it seems to be they're back at more letters of recommendations, like it literally was 5 years ago. So for OC1 and OC3, you can now add another letter of recommendation. It is not one of the 3 letters that you've submitted as letters of recommendation. It's kind of additional evidence where, let's say, another person from the company can confirm that you built this and this feature, or you developed something, or you signed a contract. So kind of another person's confirmation that you were responsible for something that you're claiming as an impact. Another admin thing is basically they say you need 2 documents per criteria. We knew that before. We usually submit 3 documents per criteria. And I think from my observation in all this rejection performance that I've seen in the last couple of months, they don't want a lot of screenshots. So if you provide, I don't know, screenshot of your article, video, of any kind of press releases or anything like that, ideally you would not have more than 1 or 2 screenshots per page. So we had clients who have done so much. So now we are submitting the applications right now, and we're actually going to reduce the number of things that we show. We're going to choose the best, the most important one, and cut everything out and just keep it in the CV, because they seem to be overwhelmed by loads of different screenshots and evidence pieces. Let me know if you found anything interesting in the guidelines as well. Comment below. We've been literally in it for hours for the past couple of days with lawyers discussing it. What does it mean? And obviously we want to make sure that our clients get the endorsement and they will align with those guidelines. And I definitely recommend you do the same.